Hi, it's Tom from Create Greater Lives. Happy Monday. I am continuing the mission of empowering as many people as possible to create their greatest life possible. Today, I'd like to talk about something keep seeing coming up in the forums, keep seeing happening in the Facebook groups. I'd like to address it, help a bunch of people out, hopefully. Those of you who know my story, you know I've been a teacher and student of self-help and self-development for more than 20 years, focused on law of attraction for more than 10, studying it, teaching it. I had lots of teachers, had lots of coaches over the years, and I would get sporadic results in many areas of my life, but never the huge leaps forward that I really wanted. Couldn't understand why. And then I was lucky enough to get some new teachers in my life who had some new information that really changed things a lot. Information I hadn't been exposed to in 20 years of study before that. Hadn't seen or heard it anywhere. And now I'm passing this information on to you, as many people as I can, to empower you to change your life, because it's life-changing information. So I see a lot of people, you know, in the forums and in the Facebook groups trying to apply the law of attraction, and the common popular law of attraction teachings that are out there that you'll find everywhere are basically feel good. You know, feel happy, feel positive, feel abundant, feel grateful, feel wonderful, feel healthy, feel good as much as you can, and then the universe will bring what you want into your life when you want it. And some people will even go an extra step further and saying you also have to put in effort, which is true. But the overall teaching is, you know, you do have to put in some work if you want to make big changes. But the overall teaching is feel good, and the universe will bring you stuff, and do not feel bad. Whatever, you know, for the love of God, do not feel bad, because if you feel bad, then it'll either keep the good stuff away from you or attract what you don't want into your life. Don't want either of those to happen. And even if you've been feeling really good for the past 3 months, you're feeling, you know, doubtful today, you've just ruined everything, right? That's resistance. It was just about to come into your life. You felt, you know, you felt resistance, you felt doubt or frustration, you ruin things, right? So that happens a lot. And used to happen to me a lot. And I used to even teach that same stuff until I learned better, right? So the truth is that the majority of the law of attraction teachings out there are really just rudimentary, basic, kindergarten level stuff. They're actually watered down versions of the actual more powerful, more effective principles and techniques, which you will learn here in these videos and through our website, and that's why we're bringing you this information. Okay, but they're watered down versions of much more powerful techniques and principles, and I'll explain that to you in a little bit. But quite often, many times a day, I see people posting in forums and in law of attraction groups on Facebook about, you know, I've been applying the law of attraction, you know, been feeling great for months or sometimes even years, but haven't seen results now yet. So now I'm starting to feel frustrated about this, right? And everybody jumps on them, right? Everybody jumps on them. Oh, you're feeling frustrated. That's not what you're supposed to do. That's why you're not getting what you want. You're feeling frustrated. You know, you got to remain positive. You got to change your mindset. You got to think about it differently. That's why you're not getting what you want, right? And that's not true. Okay, we're going to tell you why we're really not getting. Those people are well-intentioned and they're teaching what they know, right? But there's a lot more to it that most people don't know, but we're bringing it to you. So if you have been applying what you've been taught in the law of attraction for a good period of time and you're not seeing progress towards large goals, you know, there's a reason why. Now, I got to take one step back. So the common everyday teachings of the law of attraction that you'll find everywhere are good for getting little things. Like if you want to manifest a couple of $1,000 or a phone call from a new friend or a parking spot or finding the last item or maybe getting a good job or maybe getting a really good relationship, you know, it's really pushing the limits of those teachings. They're good for that. But if you want to create large changes in your life, massive changes in your life, the lives of the people around you in the world, then you need access to more powerful, more effective information, techniques, and principles. And that's what we bring you. We don't teach you how to do the little stuff. You can find that information anywhere. We're really focused on bringing you the information that you can use to really create massive change in your life, okay? So what has happened over time is that those more powerful techniques and principles have been watered down. And I'll talk about how that happens. But I would like to say right off the bat that if you've been applying what you've been taught for some period of time, and you're not getting the results, it's not because you sometimes feel bad. Feeling bad's okay. It's not even if you feel bad a lot. Feeling bad is okay. We'll teach you how to use that productively. That's not what's holding you back. I mean, there are many, many, many very wealthy, very famous, very powerful people on the planet who have more than everything that you could ever want, right? Who are, they don't feel good every day. They get mad, they get angry, they feel doubt, they feel insecurity, they feel anxiety. It hasn't stopped them. Some of them are even well known for having chronic depression. Hasn't stopped them. Some of them are well known for being angry, bullies, mean, just really hard people to deal with. Hasn't stopped them, right? So if you haven't been getting the results you want, it's not because you feel bad sometimes. That is okay. Negative emotions have a purpose and a reason, and we'll teach you all about that. We've got lots of videos on this Facebook page. Look in the video section. I've already talked about a lot of this in more depth, so you want to watch those past videos. So it's not because you feel bad sometimes. That's not holding you back. And it's not because you need fixed. It's not because there's something broken in you that needs fixed. I went through this for many, many years, okay? Thought there was something wrong, broken inside me, something I needed to fix. So I tried hypnosis, rerouting my neural pathways, subliminals, binaural beats, Ho'oponopono, affirmations in the morning, at night, on recordings while I was sleeping, looking in the mirror, you name it. I tried it. Spent a lot of time trying to fix myself. Later learned that I didn't need fixed. I was functioning perfectly fine, and so are you. There's nothing wrong with you that needs fixed, okay? So if you're not getting the results you want, it's not because you feel bad sometimes, and it's not because anything in you needs fixed or rewired. The real reason that you're not getting the results, and we're the only LOA teacher, only LOA coach who will tell this to you, no one else will. The real reason you're not getting results is because you haven't been taught the right information. If you're taught the right information, you'll get results, right? A lot of people turn the lack of results back on the student. Oh, if you're not getting results, well, that's something with you, obviously, because the information's good. So it's something with you. You've got emotional blocks. You've got subconscious blocks. You need fixed. You're not feeling right. You're not thinking right. No, we believe that if the student's not getting results, it's the responsibility of the teacher. Either you're not taught the right information or you're not taught it properly. So the real reason, if you've been trying to manifest something big and it hasn't been happening, is because you just haven't been taught the more powerful techniques and principles that are powerful enough to create the large changes you want in your life. And that's what we're doing here. We're bringing you this information in these videos and through our website in a bunch of different ways, as many ways as we can, because we need to get this information out. Okay. So I said I'd talk about how the information gets watered down, and I'll use an example of martial arts first, and then we'll come back to LOA. So, because I studied karate for more than 10 years, Goju-Ryu Karate, got my black belt. It was a very strict school with very high standards, which was very good. And at that school, you weren't allowed to teach others unless you had trained for a long time. You get your black belt, okay, now we'll let you teach some other students. Why? Because by that time, you've really got a good, solid grasp of the fundamentals. You've made mistakes, you've learned from them, you know the proper technique, you know why it works, you know why the improper technique doesn't, spot it within people, and not just impart the information to them, because teaching is not just giving information. Teaching is also helping people improve and correct mistakes and get better and better and better over time. That's teaching. So once you got your black belt, you were allowed to teach, because then you had the fundamental knowledge, the base knowledge, a good enough understanding of it that you could teach people, right? But what inevitably happened was someone would train for 6 months or a year, and they'd get their orange belt or their green belt, and they would have learned a bunch of stuff, and they'd be really excited about it. But they learned this much, and the black belt knows this much, right? This is how much you need to know to teach, and they've learned this much. But that's way more than they knew before. And they get excited, and they go and teach their friends that little piece they knew compared to what the black belt knows, the little piece they know, right? So they go and teach that to their friend. You know, you have to pull back your elbow, you have to move your hips. There's a lot more to it than that, but that's what they learned, right? So, oh, this is cool information, I'm gonna tell my friends. And they tell their friends, you know, this information that they've learned, and their friends absorb that much of it. Forget all about the elbow. Oh, you have to turn your hips, right, to get power. And then these people get all excited and go teach it, and the people they teach get even less information, and it gets watered down and diluted as they go. Okay, so one of the many examples of that today in the law of attraction is the rampant teaching that all you have to do is feel positive. And some people say you have to put in some work, which is true. But if you want to make big changes in your life, there's a lot more to it than just feeling good. Okay? Feeling good is not a technique to create change in your life. Feeling good is not a technique to manifest anything. What feeling good actually is it's a gauge of whether or not you're applying the techniques properly and the understanding properly. And what kind of stuff am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about actualization. I'm talking about the social mirror exercise. I'm talking about knowing what the 3 pillars of manifestation are. If you haven't been taught the 3 pillars of manifestation, that's like 101, right? That's beginner stuff. You know, there's attraction, there's aligning vibration, and there's creation, right? And each of the 3 phases, and aligning vibration and attraction are not the same thing. A lot of people confuse them, totally different. And each of the 3 pillars have different techniques you use to activate them in your life, right? Be it actualization, be it the social mirror exercise, be it emotional reversal. These are the techniques you apply, right? And there's other fundamental information you need to know, like the 3 rules of which thoughts become things, right? There's 3 rules. Not all thoughts become things. Some do, some don't. If you adhere to the 3 rules, they do. If you don't adhere to the 3 rules, they don't. It's, again, basic beginner information. But if you haven't been taught these fundamentals, you can't apply them in your life to create change. Now, when it comes to like the 3 rules of which thoughts become things and the 3 pillars of manifestations, I've done previous videos of these where I go into spend 4 days going into them in detail. So go to the video sections of this page and watch those past videos if you haven't already. It's very important information, right? But getting back to the karate example and what emotions are, positive emotions. So if you're teaching someone something like football, soccer in North America, and I'm a teacher and there's a student, and the student kicks the ball and it goes where it's supposed to go. I say, hey, good, they got the technique, they got control, they wanted to put the ball there and they did. They're doing well. Now, if a student kicks the ball and it doesn't go where they want to go, well, I get immediate feedback. I know whether it's in the right spot or not. I see that right away. So if it's not going in the right spot, okay, now we can take a look at that technique. Maybe they need more power. Maybe they have to address the ball differently. Maybe they have to have a different foot position. Maybe they have to put more spin on it this way or that way. But since I saw the results, I know there's something to fix, and I can examine their technique and fix it and help them improve, because that's what teaching is all about. Not just giving information, but making sure that the student is improving over time. That's very important to us as teachers, right? Now, teaching manifestation is different because I don't get that immediate feedback, or not me, past teachers don't get that immediate feedback, right? If they're teaching someone manifestation techniques, they don't get the immediate feedback that you see from a soccer ball, right? So how does the teacher gauge if the student is applying the technique properly or not? Well, the gauge is the strength of the emotion caused by the technique. Because if you're applying the techniques properly, you will automatically feel strong emotions. Because strong emotions are the energy we use to fuel the manifestations. The stronger the emotion, the more fuel, the greater the change we create in our lives. Now, when you know what you're doing, this can be positive or negative emotion. It's all just energy. So strong emotions all you want, and use that to fuel your emotions. So, if I was the student, and they're teaching me technique, and they say, Tom, how'd you did your technique today or this week, how did you feel afterwards? Oh, I felt great, I felt amazing, I felt powerful, I felt wonderful, I felt abundant, it was amazing. Okay, good. We know you're learning the techniques well, you're applying them properly because you're getting the proper emotional energy, and it sounds like you're doing way better than you did last week. So you're progressing, so you're developing an understanding, you're getting better at it. This is good, we're on the right track. Next week, Tom, how did you feel after applying your techniques? I felt okay, kind of blah, didn't feel as great as I did last week. Okay, now the teacher knows something's off in the technique. So we can sit down, discuss it, see what we did, see what should be focused on going forward, right? So we can help the student improve over time. And as they improve, they get better, faster, quicker, larger manifestations. So the powerful emotions were always the indicator of whether the technique was being applied properly or not. They're not the technique itself. But just like the orange belt or the green belt in the karate, who learns a little bit and takes it away and teaches people, people learned, hey, strong emotions is where it's at. They keep asking about strong emotions. You need strong emotions to manifest. Strong emotions is what it's all about. And they went and taught that. And then those people, the people they taught went out and taught that. The people they taught went out and taught that. And the foundational information of the techniques behind everything was lost from most people, right? And this is how it happens. This is how information gets diluted. And now everybody's just running around trying to feel good. And right now there's millions of people around the world who are feeling really, really good, but not getting any closer to their goals. And we want to fix that because we want to achieve our goals, large goals, big goals. That's what we're here for, okay? So I hope this has cleared some things up for people. So if you're not getting the results you want, it's not because you feel bad. Sometimes it's not because you need fixed. It's because you haven't been taught the proper techniques and principles to create that largest change in your life, and we can help you with that. So you're on our Facebook page. Look at the video section. There's lots of past videos there. Watch them, okay? They're life-changing information. You can also find us online at creategreaterlives.com. There's even more free information for you there, okay? You can even get copies of our 4 most popular reports on law of attraction and manifestation. Just join the email list and you get them for free, okay? All 4 reports. So a lot of really powerful information for you. We're releasing one of these videos every day, so like this page, follow this page, get notified of when the new video comes out, because it's life-changing information, new information every day. So I'm Tom with Create Greater Lives. I will be back tomorrow with more information for you. Until then, remain at choice.